So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up. Fighting to the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss. Fighting to the end, no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in. I'm so happy you're here today. You guys get me out of bed in the morning. You do. You know why? Because I know that you might not know where you are today, and who hasn't done that before? And you might not know where you want to go tomorrow, and who hasn't done that before, but you stumbled in here somehow. And because you did that, because you got off the sidelines, because you decided to take some action, some initiative, and said, well, let's go figure it out. That gets me excited, because when you do that, you can change anything. And we're going to do some of that today for you, but you know where it starts? It starts with giving something up. Oh, come on, Scott. I don't want to give up my stuff. Sure you do. There's stuff you don't like, right? Absolutely. So we're going to give up some of that, and then you're going to get other stuff you do like. We'll talk about that on today's show. Don't get ahead of myself here, Scott. Come on. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. It's 2006. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. Happy to have you here today. Every week I onboard a few people, 5 or 6 people into Face Your Passion. And I do it personally, by the way. This is something I do for you and for me so we can get to know each other and get you started off on the right foot. I was talking to Jennifer last week, and she said, where'd you come up with this thing called Face Your Passion, the framework called Face Your Passion? I said, well, honestly, it was I wanted to help people, and I wanted to run a business, so it had to work. That was it. So over time, thousands of clients, 15,000+ hours of coaching, you figure out what works. And we packaged up into Face Your Passion. That's what it is. But it's more than that, too. It's a community, because I don't care what you want to do in your life. When you decide to do it for real, you need a community. You can't do it on your own. A community that will pour belief into you and hold you up when you need it. And a community that, because they held you up, but you can pour it back into them when they need you. That's how it works. If you're interested in joining my group, come in and hang out with me and a whole bunch of cool people, just send a note to support@motivationtomove.com and say, Scott, I think I'd be a good fit. I'm interested. And we'll jump on Zoom. We'll talk about it, tell you everything you need to know, and then we go. All right, new feature for you today. pull out the piece of paper here. Pull out Scott's show prep. This is the actual show prep I use for the show. It's in front of me right now. You want it? You can have it. You can follow along every single day. And the cool part about Scott's show prep is you get my thoughts, plus you get the podcast. And later on the day, when those nuggets pop out that you thought you would remember but you didn't, you just go to your email and there it is. Go to scottshowprep.com. Subscribe. We'll send it to you. So everybody is talking these days about getting more of what they want. I want more. Have you ever said that to yourself? I want more. I mean, more of what I want. Not more of the stuff I don't want. I want more. We hear it a lot. That's okay. It's okay to want more. You could want more peace and quiet. Is that really more? It seems like that's a natural state. Can you get more peace and quiet? Or if you remove all the other noise, or you just arrive with all the peace and quiet there is? Boom, another podcast epiphany. Interesting thought. But everybody's always talking about getting more of what they want, and they're not getting it. Now, why is that? Well, here's a simple equation for you. And I want you to think about this for just a second. Now, I'm not saying it's you, but I'm thinking it's possibly you, because it happens really fast. It doesn't take much time at all to go do something. Before you know it, it just overtakes everything that you're doing. You're keeping the stuff that you already have and a lot of the stuff you don't want. You're hanging on to too much stuff. You don't even know you're doing it. So a long time ago, I was hanging on to something. I was hanging on to a radio job. I worked down in West Palm Beach, Florida, at a little station called Oldies 93.5. I think it was a long time ago, back when I was a DJ. But I lived about 60 miles away. Now, if you know morning radio, usually they're talking at 6 o'clock in the morning, which meant I was probably up at 3 a.m. and driving down the interstate for 60 miles to get there. Get off the air. I'm thinking, man, I love this job, but I got to give up this drive. It's too much, but I don't want to give up the job. Couldn't quite reconcile myself with that. Loved the job, just didn't want to give it up. One day I'm driving home. It's about noon. I'd been driving. I literally got up at 3 in the morning, drove to the radio station, did a big old show, did a couple of meetings, and I'm heading home at noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, dead tired, the Florida sun beating down on my car as I head down south on I-95 down toward Fort Lauderdale. And I started doing the math. I was doing the math. I said, man, I'm driving 2 hours a day. That's 2 hours a day, up and back. That's 2 times 5. That's 10. Sometimes a 6-day week. We could put 5 for the fun of it. That's 10 hours a week. That's a 40-hour work week. Wow. If I do that every month, that's a 40-hour work week every single month. How many months are there in a year? There are 12. That's 12 40-hour work weeks in a year. That's the 3 months of 40-hour work weeks. And that moment, I decided to give up the drive, and along with it, gave up the radio show. Do you know that scrolling social media or watching Netflix every single day, the average person does that for 2 hours? Did you know that? Man, 2 hours a day. If you want to do the math, and you can do it when this podcast is over, you know that's 18 full-time work weeks per year that you're scrolling on social media. Got to give it up. I love when I did the radio show. I love what I was doing. I didn't love the thing that was around it. And what I realized was when I finally got to that big epiphany on the highway and said, I got to give it up. And I did the next day, by the way. I let it go. What are you doing? You got a big-time radio show. What are you quitting for? I said, it's the drive. Didn't pay me enough to move there. I had to let it go. The reason I'm talking to you today is because I let it go. Because it set me down a path of a podcast that I didn't even know I could do or would be doing. But every single person I knew in radio at the time said, what are you doing for this podcast thing? Podcast is silly. Don't do a podcast. It's all about radio, man. Guess who's calling me now? I had to give it up, but I didn't know the positive nature of giving it up. To be clear, adding more to your life is not necessarily the way to add more. Life is going to get in the way anyway, no doubt about it. It makes no sense to keep tripping over your stuff and building walls that block you from your goals, like driving on the highway for 12 work weeks out of the year. So instead of thinking about adding more to get more, why not follow this simple plan? Ready? Here we go. First, do more of what you like and less of what you don't like to do. That's my Face Your Passion concept. It's so simple. Do more of what you like and less of what you don't like. You got to be conscious of that. You got to be aware of doing that, or you're not going to. It's a simple concept. So try that today. See how good you are at it. I bet you fail. Just saying. It's fail in a good way, okay? You don't fail, you learn. Do more of what you like and less of what you don't like to do. Number 2, you have to give something up, as I said. Now, there is a cost to everything. There's a price to pay, and you cannot avoid the price. You must give something up to get what you want. If you don't, you have not paid the price. I gave up a radio gig to get what I wanted. Not only will you be blocked, but it's highly likely that something you love will be taken away from you so you can pay that debt. Yeah. You keep going down that road without cutting loose the stuff that's holding you back. You're accumulating debt, and I don't like debt. And once you've given something up and you made space, start doing more of what you love and defend it like your happiness depends on it. Because it does. Yes, you can have it all, but not at the same time. The big question is, what are you willing to give up today? And the big challenge for me is this: what will you give up today? What can you give up today? What will you give up today? What must you give up today to give yourself the time and the freedom to do the things you want to do, even if all you want and all you want to do is have more time and freedom? It's got to go. What's it going to be? Just read my notes here. They're pretty cool. ScottShowPrep.com. Go get it. It's free. Send it to you every single day. If you don't like it, just, I'm going to make you mad one day. You're going to cancel on me. You are. But then you'll say, yeah, he was right anyway. And you'll come back. So you can unsubscribe anytime. ScottShowPrep.com. There is another daily boost tomorrow.
Keep moving. Gotta get back up. What?